cave diving is going to save you. It's going to heal your panic attacks. It's going to help you overcome your panic attacks, but you have to do it correctly. Now, we've all seen these memes where people make fun of cave divers because they just want to penetrate themselves into a very tiny place. You can do that same thing and completely overcome your panic attacks. The reason why I say this is because I once knew of a person who was afraid of being in small places. That is known as claustrophobia. Now, this person's anxiety attacks and panic attacks were triggered when she was in a very small place. Now, in order to completely heal these kinds of mental blocks, these kinds of impediment in your life, what you can do is you understand one very basic principle, and that principle is imagination creates reality. This was the principle that was given by 20th century Western mystic known as Neville Goddard. Now, I'm not going to completely agree with him because imagination in and of itself does not create reality. Your imagination right now, it's very weak, it's impotent, it doesn't create reality. But if you provide imagination with all sorts of sensory vividness till the point where you start to feel the emotions of that imagination, then that imagination is going to create reality. Now, the way to use this principle in order to heal your panic attacks is, let's say that you are someone who is claustrophobic. You completely relax your body first. The first step is always relaxation, because unless you are able to completely relax your body and you're completely awake at your mind, you do not have access to the source of creation, those the energetic field, the quantum field that encompasses everything is all around us and within us. So in order to access that source, the first step is relaxation. There are so many different ways to relax, but I recommend you to chant Om, A-U-M, Om, because chanting Om is going to stimulate your parasympathetic nervous system. It's going to put you at ease and it's going to make a deeper state of meditation possible. Not only that, I have heard, I have seen so many people just come out of their anxiety attacks and panic attacks and anxiety simply by chanting Om 20 minutes a day, 2 times a day. So, this is very important. You have to do it. I have made a video on how to chant Om properly in my YouTube channel, so check that out. Now, after you have chanted Om for 20 minutes, what I want you to do is you start to imagine now. You start to imagine a scenario where you are the type of person that you want to become. You want to become a relaxed, happy, joyful, empowered, confident person. Now start to imagine that you're already that type of person and you're doing the things that you cannot do right now. Right now, you cannot be in small places. Now visualize yourself in a very small place and start to act like a very confident, relaxed, happy person. In small places, what is a relaxed, happy person going to do? Is his chest going to rise up, or is he going to shrink and become small? Of course, he is going to rise up. Of course, his breathing pattern is going to be regulated and calm. Of course, he is not going to be fidgety. He's just going to chill in that small place. Start to visualize all of these things in that imaginary scenario. Start to feel that your breathing is very normal. Start to visualize that your chest is rising and you're full of confidence in that small place. Start to feel that you're just chilling and just relaxing in that small place with your friend, or you have brought your date in that small place and you guys are laughing. You're not panicking, you're not fidgeting in there. This is the way to completely destroy your panic attacks. But it's not that easy, because right now you probably have an attention span of a goldfish. We all have attention span of a goldfish unless we decide to change, and we can all gain tremendous power over this external world if we just extend our attention span. We are all made in the images of God. Bible says that the kingdom of heaven lies inside of you. Upanishads say that aham brahmasmi, which literally translates to I am the source of creation. But in order to access the source of creation, that is you, that are ourselves, that is within us, we have to make our attention very good, very keen. Right now, if you try to keep your attention on one mental image where you are completely happy, where you're smiling, where your chest is rising, where your breathing is perfectly regulated, you cannot do it. It's sad, but your mind is naturally going to be focused on some past trauma that you have experienced, or some predictable bad future that you're anticipating, or some worries or some concerns in your life. Your mind is going to be anywhere but in that mental imagery that you want to focus on. So you have to do this exercise all the time, especially after you wake up in the morning and before you go to sleep, because this is the time where your brain is producing alpha waves and theta waves naturally, and you're very suggestible to your own mental imagery. So take advantage of these two time windows and just start to relax your body, start to visualize that you're a calm, relaxed, happy, joyful, confident person in that small cave of yours, in that small space of yours, and start to feel that you have completely changed as a person. Start to come out of that cave, and all of your friends and family members are complimenting you on how you have changed as a person, how you're no longer afraid of the things that previously used to make you afraid. Provide your imaginary act with all sorts of sensory vividness, the things that you can see, the things that you can feel, the things that you can hear, the things that you can smell, the things that you can touch, the things that you can taste. Because when you provide the sensory vividness to your imaginary act, the imaginary act becomes very real to your mind. And when the imaginary act becomes real to your mind, it starts to create neural networks inside of your brain. Now, if you just mentally rehearse this imaginary scenario where you are the man that you want to be and you are doing the things that you want to do enough times, if you just mentally rehearse these things enough times, that neural network is going to be hard, it's going to be set, it's going to be permanent, and it's going to send chemicals down your body. Now those chemicals are going to create feelings inside of your body, the feelings of joy, feelings of confidence, feelings of empowerment. Because of course you're going to feel empowered, of course you're going to feel grateful, of course you're going to feel joyful, because in that imaginary scenario, you are the man. You are completely owning that small space. You're no longer panicking. You're laughing. You're having fun in that space. Your chest is full of confidence. You're not shrinking in in that cave. You're full of fun. You're full of life. You're full of energy in that cave. So that scenario is naturally going to create feelings inside of your body if you completely immerse yourself in that imaginary scenario and you mentally rehearse it enough times. Now, these feelings, these elevated emotions, are the secret of breathing life into that imaginary scenario. The imaginary scenario, in and of itself, is not going to help you achieve anything unless you feel the emotions of your desired future. When you start to feel the emotions of your desired future and you sustain that feelings for a long period of time, it's just going to naturally give life to that imaginary scenario. Now whatever you have just imagined must happen. It's a law. You cannot prove this wrong. If you prove this wrong, I will stop making these kind of videos, but you cannot do it because it is the changeless principle on which all the things in this world depend upon. Now, if you are someone who cannot do this alone, no matter how many videos I make, because I make these videos all the time. I have made countless videos telling you how to overcome your panic attacks, but if you still cannot do it, then I provide one-to-one coaching. So message me on my Gmail or my Viber or my Telegram or my WhatsApp, and then we can get started right away. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.